Ooh, what's going on, everyone? I haven't been live in ages, right? A long time. I was doing a lot of lives before, right? I was doing a lot of lives, and then I stopped doing lives for a while, right? I stopped doing lives because I felt like they were pointless, or I was busy doing other things. But I think at this point, we're in a critical juncture in our democracy. A lot of people are upset with me because I'm throwing my support behind Zohran Mamdani. They say he's a socialist. He's bad for the economy. He's bad for us as human beings. I disagree with that, right? For too long, we've been living in a city, a state, a country of inequality, a country where it has become very difficult, extremely difficult to raise children, a country where everyone is not treated equal and it's okay, where there's income inequality across the board and it's okay, it's considered okay for some to have a lot and for others not to have much. So a lot of people have criticized me real hard for supporting Zohran Mamdani as the next mayor of New York City. I understand and realize that it's going to be an uphill battle for him because they're already attacking his integrity, looking into his paperwork. His Columbia University application was leaked out. His family has to be careful that they might come after them. It's just an overall fractured system that we have that doesn't treat everyone equally. We have to be prepared to understand that racism, bigotry, and the treatment of others is not important anymore. That is okay, that people have a license to do wrong, a license to treat others as inferior beings. I'm speaking to you on the anniversary of the July 5th address of Frederick Douglass, where he said it was embarrassing for them to invite him to speak, knowing that him and his people were not free, and that him and his people were not treated the same, that he and a lot of people will perish as a result of inequality and bad treatment, right? That's the stage we're at right now. This is the world we're living in right now, where there's the have and the have-nots. You ever read the book The Jungle by Upton Sinclair, where he describes an exact terrorism of a person, right? How individuals didn't have a chance to survive, illnesses, sickness, working in a factory. But now there's a lot of people that are not working. There's a lot of people that are suffering economic turmoil and economic uncertainty because it's seen as okay. It's seen as that's life. That's a natural selection, that everyone is allowed to survive. No, it's survival of the fittest, where every person just has to scrounge and fight for the crumbs that have fallen off the table. So people criticize me and say, wait your turn, wait your chance. But I want us to remember our civil rights history, our American history, that is very dangerous and is very ugly, right? And right now, Kristen Noem of the Department of Homeland Security said there's 65 million meals for alligators in alligator Alcatraz, right? which is a concentration camp. Let's call it by the name it is. It's a concentration camp. People say it's not, but it is, brothers and sisters. It's a concentration camp. As much as people want to say that it's okay, it's not okay what's happening, where people have to flee the city, have to go to other states, other cities, other locations to be able to try to survive. And then when they arrive in these other cities, they're not treated equally. They're treated as they don't belong. We are treated as if we don't belong in this country. As if no matter how many generations we are here, that Latinos don't belong in this city. That we should be pushed out and we don't have a right to survive. It's a sad thing to see this, right? It's a sad thing to see this. And I hope that all the people that are watching understand the reality we're living in, the sad reality of putting somebody like Trump in power. Our vote matters. Our opinion matters. Our voices matter. I was disgusted by the big, bad, ugly bill where social programs, Medicaid, Medicare are cut across the board, right? That's the problem. That at this moment, we have to take a stand and stand up like our forefathers and our predecessors did, right? To say we're equal. We're just as important as the next person. We have a right to exist. The rich shouldn't keep getting richer. The elderly, the people living in the city, retired workers, retired people should be able to survive in this city. I'm tired of seeing people collecting cans, struggling to put a food in their plate. And a lot of these people are elderly. They've been here in this country more than 50 years. They've been here in this country for more than 60 years. Some of them don't qualify for Social Security. Some of them don't qualify for a lot of benefits, even though they worked most of their adult life. And because of a small glitch, they might have lost their paperwork, or they weren't approved, or they didn't put in their paperwork on time. Now it gives up people the license and the permission to discriminate and treat people as if the Constitution doesn't apply to them. We are in a dark place right now where people feel that it's okay to trample people's constitutional rights, to trample the First Amendment, to trample the Second, Third, Fourth, Fifth Amendment, that our Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence are no longer valid, that people can do as they please, that the laws of this country are no longer valid because you feel that the rich should have more and the poor should have less. If they perish, if they disappear, you're happy because it's one less person that you have to worry about. But I also have to blame the Democratic Party, the institutions that have been beholden to corporate interests, to lobbyists, to money interests, that continue to want to keep being fed, continue wanting more and more and more. It's human greed. It's human conditions, sloth, gluttony, all these things that we just keep striving to have more and more. And we don't care about the next person. We don't care about the other person's medical condition. We don't care if the person has diabetes, the person has high blood pressure. If the person's sick, we say, so what? I'm not sick, so I don't care about that person, the next person, your neighbor, your other neighbor, the people that live in your neighborhood, right? Swiping and taking away medical coverage from a whole bunch of children and elderly people is wrong, and it's immoral, and it's reprehensible. People just don't know what's happening. They're in another world. They're busy trying to survive so hard that they're not paying attention to how they keep moving the goalposts. They keep moving the line, right? You're running the race and they keep moving the line further and further every time you get close to the line to do good things, to be successful, or be able to survive, right? They don't want people to be able to survive. That's just a reality. They don't want people to be able to survive in this society. Discrimination, harassment is wrong no matter who does it. All the way from the president to the smallest person. We have to wake up and understand that the power structures, the powers to be, are controlling and manipulating a lot of things and manipulating a lot of people, right? I'm still in my fight. I'm still fighting the establishment. I'm still fighting the Metropolitan Transportation Authority. I'm still fighting the Transport Workers Union 100, because these democratic institutions have become part of the corruption, part of the systems that are keeping people down and keeping people from making progress. They refuse to do things the right way. So people keep telling me, why am I supporting Zohran Mamdani? Why am I supporting him for mayor? He took 32,000 unique donations. He refused to take money from lobbyists. He refused to take money from special interests. He only took small donations. Can he be corrupted? Yes. Another issue is that people are saying he's a democratic socialist. Why would you vote for somebody that's young and energetic but doesn't have the experience to run the city government? What was Eric Adams doing? 6 months he was partying, he was in the clubs late at night, and he had this city as a disaster. He was indicted. There was a superseding indictment against him. He went to Mar-a-Lago. He went to go talk to Trump, and he gave Trump the keys to the city. He said, do as you want with us, right? I remember him addressing the Transport Workers Union 100, them endorsing him and supporting him. And he promised that he was going to help transit workers. But guess what happened? He never did. He never helped transit workers. He claimed to want to help the poor, to help the people that couldn't read, like when he was a child, to fix education. And you know what he did? He turned around and he gutted the schools. He gutted the budget. He cut money from the parks. He cut money from transportation. He cut money from all types of programs and made it easier for the rich to build, and for the rich to have more apartments and more buildings and more property and more and more and more, while at the same time cutting people off from being able to eat well, from being able to have a piece of the pie. So we need somebody idealistic, somebody young that's not part of the system, that hasn't been corrupted, that's willing to put in the fight and put in the energy to resist against these forces that are corrupting our city and corrupting our country, right? Because in the end of the day, the people are the most important power we have. The people are the most important thing. That's why the Constitution starts with we the people. Don't ever forget that. We the people are the most powerful thing. And I know that even if I lose in court, and I lose in the processes I'm going through, that I'm fighting, I know that I gave it the best fight I got. I gave it the best I got, right? I know that they were trying to hammer Tremel Thompson. I know they were trying to hammer Evangeline Byers to try to kick them out and not let them be activists. There's a whole list of other people that they've been trying to push out of the MTA or push out of the union, Transport Workers Union 100, Local 100. And as much as they try to act like they're pious, they're part of the whole system. And the Democratic Party thinks that if they keep doing the same thing over and over and over and ignore the people, ignore the workers, that things will get better. In November, the Democrats will get swept. Once again, they'll get swept. They'll get swept underneath the rug if they don't adjust and listen to Bernie Sanders, listen to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, listen to Zohran Mamdani, throw their support behind them, follow their lead. That's the only way things are going to change. We need people resisting at all levels, just the way I've been resisting. I've been fighting as hard as I can against the establishment. I can't do it by myself. I can't do it by myself financially, with steps that I've been taking to fight against them. I can't do it by myself. I've been fighting them in court. I've been fighting them in the Public Employees Relations Board. My lawyers have been doing everything they can to fight them. But in the end of the day, I need the people to fall behind me or stand in front of me or stand on the side of me or stand behind me to assist me and to help me in what I'm trying to achieve for all workers. And some people accuse me of being selfish, that all I want is my job back. No, I want to prove that we can be successful when we stick together and we fight against the people, the gatekeepers, the people that are holding back the workers. So win or lose, I'm going to keep fighting, people, but I need your support in the end of the day. We're entering scary times. We're entering times of nightmares, things that we didn't dream of, like in Los Angeles, in Chicago, and not even in New York. It hasn't hit that hard yet, but we're entering times that are unprecedented, times where we all are going to become leaders. And Zohran Mamdani has inspired us. And I know they're going to try to eliminate him. I know they're going to try to do lawfare. They're going to try to bring him up on all types of investigations and all types of things. The mayor and the president and all the institutions behind them are going to try their hardest to keep this city, the home of Wall Street, the home of the financial sector, to keep him out of the largest mayoral, municipal mayor in the country and in the world, the most visible. They don't want a person like that that's going to fight for workers, that believes that everyone should get a fair shake. They don't like that. So please be safe. Please be safe, because I know they're going to throw everything they got at him. They're going to throw everything they got at him. The whole establishment is getting nervous. They already met on Friday with Mayor Eric Adams, Bill Ackman, all the huge hedge fund managers, to see what they can do to stop Zohran Mamdani. What did they talk in the private meeting? We don't know. But we know that Eric Adams has been attacking Zohran all out. All out. So people, we need everyone to get behind this guy and push. Get behind people like me also, that are pushing and trying to make a change and make it one day better for the poor and for the regular people and for the workers. It hasn't been easy. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of destruction, a lot of betrayals, a lot of things that happened in the last year and a half because I've been trying to do the right thing. And even before that, a year before that, when we're trying to organize, when we're in trying to do meeting, right? All the opposition in the union, right? Remember, we're all hands on deck. There were spies. There were people trying to betray us because they were scared of being a coalition of union people fighting the union, fighting the Democratic Party establishment together. They did all types of dirty activities to try to keep us from uniting with each other. And some people fell for it. They split and they fractured and we fell apart. We had something good. We could have had something good. We could have had one unified slate of people fighting for one cause to get the most powerful union in the city under the control of the rank and file. So this is why I encourage Zohran Mamdani. Don't go after the union leaders only. Go after the rank and file. Go after the regular workers. Go after the regular people that are working in these municipal unions. The people working in these different institutions across the city. That they get behind you and they vote you in. That they come out and they vote. Don't just stay home. We got till November, but don't stay home. You need to go out there and you need to vote. The young, the old, and maybe we have a chance. We have a sliver of a hope that things might change. They might not change, but at least we're going to try. Just like I've been trying for more than 2 years to change the whole system. Change, and it hasn't been easy, right? I face a lot of difficulty. Financial difficulty, economic difficulty. That's how they punish you, right? But I'm lifting myself up. And I want you to lift yourself up with me. To fight with me. Remember that. Don't forget that. I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. Have a good day. Thank you for listening to me. And many blessings. May God be with you, all right? Bless you all. Peace.